Welcome back everyone, this is Rohit Ghosh, and today in this video we'll be talking about how we can correct the perspective of your architectural photographs. And we want to start with some examples from the internet, from the best photographers out there. And we'll see in their photographs how the perspective is there and what type of viewing angle and viewing height is used in their photographs. And then we'll come to our photos where we'll correct the perspective and look of our photos. So we are now on Instagram, and these three photographers are my favorite architectural photographers, and we will see their work one by one. At first I want to start with Mike Kelly. I am following him for about a year, and you can see in his profile there are lots of photos, interior and exterior, and in each cases we can see the lines are absolutely correct and the perspective. In case of any interior photo, you can see this is a 1-point perspective. Here also the vertical lines are correct. We can also see this exterior photo where there is very little distortion, and truly speaking, this type of perspective you can't do it in camera. You have to do something in post to make it correct, because each and every lens has a particular amount of lens distortion and it is an optical phenomenon, so you can't avoid it. So now we'll go back and see the profile of Sebastian Weiss. Here also we can see that in case of exterior photos, he maintained the 2-point perspective throughout his profile, and it is important for any type of architectural photography. Lastly, we want to talk about the profile of Mauricio Tofino. Here we can see a lot of heritage photos with same type of perspective. The example I am going to give and work on the technique of correcting perspective will also be a heritage photograph. So this will be a good example for that, understanding the perspective. And here if we talk about the viewing height, in most of the cases we can see this is a human height vision. It is not a bird's eye vision, and in both of the cases the distortion is different. But you can solve it in the same way inside Lightroom or Photoshop that I am going to show you in this video. So the big photographers out there generally use tilt shift lens for architectural photography, because you can tilt or shift the lens keeping your sensor position fixed, and that creates a wider angle of view without distortion. But that doesn't work with wide-angle lenses. Why wide-angle lenses? Because we know that for architectural photographers you need a dramatic perspective, and that can only achievable within wide-angle lenses. But one problem comes with each and every wide-angle lens, that is called a distortion, and also the perspective distortion. But if you want to create a different kind of drama and frame and want to put a subject in your architectural photographs, then you might be happy with the distorted perspective, because sometimes it creates a drama when the viewing angle is low. But in case of a particular commercial photograph or any kind of architectural outdoor photographs or indoor photographs, this distortion is not something we want. So you have to correct it in post, and it is very much easy. And we will see how we can correct it inside Photoshop or Lightroom. So we are in Lightroom, and here we can see a terrible photo taken by me years ago when I was trying to figure out a Sony DSLR of my friend. So at first I want to start with horizon correction. And after correcting the horizon, still we can see there is a lot of distortion. So we have to use the transform tool to make it correct. So head on to the transform tool, and there you can see there are two options, auto and guided. At first we'll try with the auto option. So okay, we can see the result. The photo is very much zoomed in and cropped, so we have to adjust a little bit with the transform tool present at the bottom of it, and we'll see the final result. So after messing a little bit with the settings and cropping a little bit, we can see the final result, and we can see there are two white portions at the bottom of it, which can easily be solved inside Photoshop, and I will see it later when I will talk about how to do it in Photoshop. Now I will just reset everything I did, and I will do it manually, because it will give me a better result within a shorter period of time. So click on the guided button here, and after that your cursor will be activated, and the maximum number of lines or guides you can draw is 4, and those are to define the horizontal and vertical lines. And I will say at first start with the vertical lines, because after defining the two vertical lines you have to define the horizontal line, and that will make your photo and create the perfect perspective for you. And then the little adjustment I did, I'll do it again, and the final result will be there. So now we'll see how to do it in Photoshop. The photo is already there inside Photoshop, and what I'll do, I will go to filter, and then from there camera raw filter. Once the camera filter is opened, we'll see there is a transform tool at the upper corner, and all the guidelines or the transformation tools you saw inside Lightroom will also be there inside Photoshop. Here you can also see there is an option called guided. Just click on it and your guides will be activated. Here also you can draw maximum 4 guides, and you will start defining the vertical lines first and then the horizontal lines. It is not necessary, but I saw it performs better in this way. First verticals and then horizontal lines. So the method is exactly the same like before. After you draw the guides, you have to do a little bit of correction with the other tools present there. And when your editing will be done, just click on the OK button and your photo is ready. Now you have to crop a little bit to make the composition perfect. And after cropping also, here we can see there are white corners, and these are very easy to solve. Just select the polygonal lasso tool, select those white corners and apply one content error fill, and your work is done. Now you'll be able to correct any kind of perspective distortion in case of architectural photography within a minute. So that's it for today, and I hope that this video was helpful for you and you learned something out of it. If you like the video, then please hit the like and subscribe button, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon, because that will notify you when I'll be uploading in future. And I will see you in the next videos.